To the bench. I'm gonna get to this one soon enough, but I have another guitar that just showed up, and we're gonna go over what's going on with the guitar that just came in. So things change quickly here on my bench. So let's get moving with that.
All right.
This is my
Just
favorite
have my
part.
7-fold signature.
So what happened?
I bought this on Guitar Center. At Guitar Center, I went 2 boys need to grab the guitar,
Okay.
and I plugged it in, and it sounded right out of the gate. It sounded weaker.
It smells like a new guitar.
Yeah.
Smell that. That's
Oh, yeah.
awesome.
But,
Beautiful.
It immediately noticed that it sounded weaker in my amp, and there was a lot of feedback.
Okay.
Think about an behind the noise.
Okay. Let's plug it in here. And also, I'm doing a live stream. I forgot you were coming in. So, if you're okay with that.
Yeah.
Okay. My camera's not pointed anywhere, so your identity is safe. Okay.
So I'm gonna shout out my band.
I'm just gonna plug it into my little toy amp here.
Just casually mentioning your band
Right.
every
I
sentence.
feel all right. Okay. Okay.
Like you hear, it's on the clean tone. You can hear the feedback.
Well, there's noise in here because the electricity in this building.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes just turn.
It's sort of getting quieter right around there.
When I turn around like this.
Yeah.
And my hearing is really bad, so. Now,
Let me get closer.
go ahead and turn that amp up on the far left. There you go. Just, yeah, crank it. Go ahead, keep it going. Now this is a clean tone, obviously. And that noise is pretty normal. I can go grab my Les Paul and it'll do that. But so what were you hearing?
So it wasn't also what I was hearing as well. We opened up the guitar. I plugged it into Ricky's guitar.
Uh-huh.
Well, I plugged it into my guitar first. It was like I had the distortion up like I usually do. I
Yeah.
literally switched guitars out, and you can hear a difference. It just sounded weaker.
Yeah.
Like the gain wasn't all the way up.
Okay.
And I plugged it into Ricky's rig in his computer, and it sounded fine for a second, but then you can hear it changing like levels of input.
So the input's fluctuating on you?
And we thought it was just the wire touching the jack that was in there because it's kind of cramped in there, I guess.
Okay.
But another thing is that there's rubber in the wires that are loose. They're not even shrink wrapped.
Okay. Let's look. Sometimes that's the case on these, and you can also, just before we get too far, given the fact that this has different pickups, it's obviously not going to sound, this guitar is not going to sound like that Schecter over there.
Yeah.
Just the pickups. And so just,
Yeah.
I have to do that if I switch from a Strat to a Les Paul, that sort of thing. So let's open this thing up. I'm going to point my camera over here. People are probably not even watching at this point. Oh, Charlie, hello, my buddy Charlie. He's a pretty cool dude. So let's take a look in here. And you opened this cavity up? Okay. I always have to ask.
We didn't open this up though.
Okay. Did not open that one up. Okay. Because sometimes not sometimes, a lot of times on Les Pauls and this style of guitar, they'll wrap the ground is just bare already, which
212
I don't think so. I think it was just black wire.
okay. Let's see what's going on here. And it would you'd get volume fluctuations ultimately.
Like you could hear the feedback just get louder, quieter, louder.
Okay. Oh, and this doesn't have an active circuit in it, I'm assuming.
Some of the wires look like they were connected by like smaller Ethernet cables.
Okay. Oh yeah, so these are... Okay. So those are coming from the pickups, and those are likely coming from. And there's your output. Classic Gibson wiring. Or Epiphone. Yeah. I mean, this looks really very normal. Just you know, from what I've seen. Were there? Did they have any like zip ties or anything in here that? Nothing that you cut or got out of the way so you could look at other stuff? Okay. I gotta ask.
It was kind of just shoved into a little hole in there. That's why it looks so folded.
Yeah. Well, there's a... Oh, okay, I get... I don't know why they do... Oh, they gave you a little bit extra.
Yeah.
That's interesting that they did that. It's just checking all the solder joints here as best I can. Where's my...
They gave it to the new guy in the factory. They told him
Right.
to try out his look. That's why you got 10 feet of wire.
Okay. I'm just moving wires to make sure our solder joints are all solid.
Yeah, if it snaps easily, it means it wasn't that good.
Just making sure it's actually...
And I'm not being real nice about this. I'm kind of
I'm gonna be throwing it around. I'm on stage.
Yeah. That solder joint looks like it might be cold, but that's on your tone pot. And this is really normal for them to do this sort of stuff.
Oh, okay.
It
Yeah, that was the thing that I was talking about, but they didn't heat shrink it.
Yeah, well, let's see. I don't know if they used, sometimes they'll use material that's not heat sink or shrink stuff. They'll just use like when they peel this wire, they'll just use the gray material off of it and run it over that. And that's just to keep this from, this is probably grounding paint inside. Let me see.
I don't want to be all over.
This will tell us. I'm sure that they where'd the cover go for that? Let me look at
Oh,
the
yeah,
back
right.
side.
My bad.
Oh, they didn't. This may not be grounded. Let's see if it's...
That's very much a possibility. That explains
It's
the feedback.
not. No, this is not grounding paint, which on a Les Paul, that's very normal because they're humbuckers, so you don't need to shield everything like you would on a Strat to keep that buzz.
Did you know that? You know what a humbucker is?
We're talking French now.
I just like when you tell him his guitar's subpar.
I need you to put an augmented
Makes me
seventh
laugh.
in there.
Yes, we'll do that. Yeah. So I got this thing open. Let's. And of course, it's not doing what it was doing at Ricky's place right now. I'm assuming.
It was. What do you mean?
Well, the noise, the sound, or the lack of sound, whatever, is
It
not.
was doing it, but it wasn't doing it at first. And it
Oh.
was definitely doing something weird.
Okay, so this just kind of, it was working great, and then.
Not really. It was weak right out of the gate.
Okay. Compared to what?
My West Creek with these $45 pickups in it. Like, that was heavier than what those were.
Right. Are they active pickups?
No.
And the other guitar. Okay. I gotta ask these questions. I know you know what's up, but.
pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, it goes forever. And there's nothing on the. I don't have a compressor or anything. Can we take this plastic cover off the pick guard, or were you leaving it on there for
You
decoration?
can take it off if you need to.
Okay. If you leave that on there very long, it'll get ugly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see it's already starting to.
Oh yeah, that's the plastic.
Yeah.
That's the little plastic wrap on it. I haven't taken that off yet.
Yeah. That definitely.
Like it was basically like that. It basically sounded like that.
It was clicking like that. Okay.
So we don't know if it was the input jack either or not.
It's an output jack.
Yeah,
by
that's
the
what
way.
I meant.
Okay. I always have to say that, man. Okay, let's turn this off for a moment.
I don't know the insides of it.
The ground on that looks good, but that did click when you touched it.
Yeah, Ricky also said that there should be a wire that's going towards the bottom of this, the screw in the bridge.
Yep, there is this wire, this black wire right here.
Yeah.
Is grounding your bridge and your strings, and if that wasn't connected, what you would have noticed is if you put your fingers on the strings, it'll get quiet, and the moment you take it, it'll go.
Okay, so that's not.
That is definitely hooked up.
Yeah.
But that sometimes, so you always be careful about yank. If you pull that loose, dude, that can be
back on.
Sometimes on Les Pauls, usually it's not that big of a deal to fish a new piece of wire through there, but. I doubt you're going to be getting in and out of this guitar very much at all. Okay. There may be a loose wire in here. When I plugged it in, it didn't feel like it didn't feel abnormal, or like it was hard to push the cable in. It felt pretty standard, and it didn't feel loose to me. So this is the, what's his name's, the tool signature.
Oh, this is just, that was just stock what it came with. I haven't changed that out yet.
Okay. Adam, this is an Adam, what's his name, from Tool? Is it a signature?
No, I don't think so. I think it was just a regular silver burst. I think what you might be thinking of is a Testament, because there's a guy that has a guitar almost like this.
Who's the guitar player from Tool? Can somebody tell me what his name is? My nose is running now. Okay, that feels a little better. I just kind of bent this over a little bit. What I'm doing right here is something. Even when you buy a brand new guitar, it's even got the Epiphone name on it. That's kind of weird. I often recommend pull this out, especially on a Les Paul, because it's so easy. Pull this out and give that a little force, because now that feels a lot better, the connection in there. Yeah. But
so it was like that before. We actually moved it back because I thought that was the problem.
The output jack.
Yeah, we actually bent that back just a little bit.
Okay.
But I mean,
you bent it back the opposite way? Okay.
I thought that would fix the problem.
Yeah. You want it to be fairly tight when you're poking it in there, because when you're jumping around on stage like you guys do,
That makes a lot of sense.
You don't want that moving, you know, or any possibility. So I like to keep it in there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to heat these solder joints up, and I think, where'd my solder go?
Oh, your solder.
There it is. It's underneath my cleaner. So we're going to heat this up.
Find anything
and just put a little bit of extra solder on there. I think a lot of times, I don't know if these are done by hand at the Epiphone factory, if they're done by a machine. Couldn't tell you.
These look way too processed.
Yeah.
Can I actually hit your vape too, real quick?
Are you going to be playing at the jam tonight?
Jam tonight?
Isn't the they're not doing an open?
Oh, the open mic? No. We're actually getting ourselves ready to actually do a show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're practicing. We're starting to get our equipment ready. We're going to try to rent at Max Square for our first show.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, can I get your vape real quick outside?
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, no problem.
Excuse me, guys. How can you get all taken care of there?
Yeah, we're going through what's going to be the problem.
Typical. Okay. Boy, of course, this thing won't do what it's doing to him when he brings it in here.
Isn't that typical?
Okay, so there was definitely the ground joint on this was not soldered properly, and they didn't even poke the wire through the hole on this one. Really kind of shoddy work, and I can see why, because they didn't strip this. So I'm gonna go ahead and redo this. We'll fix this and make it a little more as if I did it. Okay. Get this solder out of this. There we go. And so they didn't even push the ground wire through the hole in this, and it looks like it's a cold solder joint, just to my eye.
Yeah.
So this could be literally all it is. Oof. See, there's a hole through that.
Yeah.
And they just had it laying on the surface of it. So,
damn, you just cleaned up the solder right up, didn't you?
Hop in.
Hey, I thought he pushed it out.
Yeah, I thought he did too.
Air nozzle. Cool.
Give it a little extra. There we go.
Yeah, I first played these guitars when I was like 12 or 13 years old, and I was like, this is going to be my guitar. And finally, like 2 weeks ago, I finally was able to get it.
Finally got one. Yeah.
I'm going to temporarily move this case, guys. I'm just going to sit on that chair in the back room.
Oh, you're good.
All right.
Oh, sorry, Stu.
Not a problem.
I always do that on purpose, you know.
Well, I just don't want to break anything.
It would be you if you
Hard
did.
cases, but I'm heavy, so.
So there are sustain switches on a guitar.
What's that?
There are sustain switches on a guitar.
On some guitars.
On some
Yeah.
guitars.
When
Yeah,
they
dude, I have 2 of them here right now that have sustaining action. Well, Devon just put one in his Pia, that black Ibanez that he's got. Holy, that guy, he's got some really nice gear.
I'm getting there slowly but surely.
What's that?
So I'm getting there slowly but surely. I got me a nice Epiphone. It's hopefully gonna work in the next 30 minutes.
This is What were you playing? What have you been playing?
An ESP LTD Les Paul shape.
Okay.
And that West Creek, that's the Explorer shape.
Here's your issue.
It was made in China.
Typical Lewis, Chris, Gary didn't make it. It was Huang Qing.
How do you know it wasn't just
In
Craig?
China.
How do you know it wasn't just he just
Huang Qing.
got his passport and decided to work in
Because I
China?
can feel it. It was Huang Qing.
Just Craig.
Huang Qing.
Oh, that black. You had the LTD Eclipse. Black and
Kinda. It was it was an LTD EC256.
what model?
EC256.
Eclipse.
It wasn't an Eclipse. It was an LCD. Or
Well,
LCD. I don't think it was. It might have been an
Same.
Eclipse.
It is.
I guess I generalize stuff because I see so many different guitars. And,
I didn't see Eclipse on it. Oh, I don't have Wi-Fi. I forgot about that.
well, the EC,
You're right. It might be an Eclipse.
that likely stands for an Eclipse.
Because I've seen the exact same color of that guitar, but
Yeah.
it was a EC1000.
Okay. So I've run these wires actually through the holes in this thing, so
Okay.
that ain't coming apart on you.
Good.
I mean, I don't think that's going to make a difference in.
Do you think the pots just might be bad?
It very well could be something like that. We'll try and we'll take a look here and see. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna put these screws back in here. I'm kind of done with this part of it. At least we know that that joint is. I don't like getting in and like poking around on solder joints just because.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can make something worse. There's a lot of guys that say, if you don't need to pull a screw, don't pull a screw. If you strip out a wood screw. If I stripped out a wood screw. I don't think so. When they stop. Okay. Adam, let's see, somebody might have told me. Preston, what's up? Who's the guitar player from Tool? Preston, my buddy from Canada, is here. He's a pretty damn good guitar player.
The name's on the tip of my tongue.
Adam.
I don't think it's Adam.
I thought it was Adam. Preston, you know who the guitar player for Tool is? I know I got Google, but yeah. He'll tell us.
I think it's a very normal name.
I'm saying Adam Levine, but that's not. That's definitely not him. I thought his name was Adam, but I could be. Chris. Adam Jones. Thank you, Preston.
It is Adam Jones.
This
My
is-
God, it is a normal name.
Yeah. I mean, this is exactly like his guitar. Okay. So I'm gonna leave that cavity open right now and put it back in and fire up. That's delay.
Oh, I was about to say.
Yeah. That's what it was doing. Okay. So I know that probably didn't make a big difference. Staniac in it?
It might.
Dude!
I don't know what kind of pickups there are.
Wow.
I thought they were EMGs, but there's a lot of pickups that look like that.
Yeah, now, with the specs, do you know what the pickups are? Do you...
No, I didn't look at it.
Okay. Not that they give them a name, they're all pretty much the same.
Model numbers.
Phone.
Okay, now,
Yeah.
also, well, okay, I'm not hearing to do anything on here. So, number one, make sure all your cables are right.
Yeah.
And I've had Ricky's brought some guitars in to me that they have a problem at home, bring them here, and there's no problem. Now I know all my cables work because I made them all, so there's nothing.
Well, all I did was I just plugged my guitar straight into the amp. I don't use pedals really.
Right. So you have one cable.
Yeah.
And you know the cables can have like a lot of times where the wire is hooked up to the little pin, like what I did on that, where you run the wire through it and solder it. A lot of times the wire will break right at the edge of that pin, and it'll be touching, and then it'll just enough, which could cause the symptoms that you're describing.
But why would it be only in that guitar?
What's that?
It's only in that guitar.
It's only on this guitar. Okay. Oh, let me get a tuner real quick because this is bugging me. Now, also,
bugging me too.
Yeah, I'm just making noise with it.
Do you get McDonald's? Do you hear the McDonald's beeping noises? On a violin or something?
It's not McDonald's.
Do you know what I'm talking about? The high-pitched violin noise?
First off,
Oh, I did it yesterday, I think.
What is it?
you're in the stalker. You can lose it.
The beeping.
Yes.
What you need there, Marshall?
Oh, tuner. I let one of my students borrow my tuner yesterday and they ran off with it. I will call him though today. I don't know if I can reach him anymore, but so I don't have a snark anymore.
I don't know. I'm probably gonna go through here about 10 times.
Okay. Doggone it. Don't loan anybody your snark. I've had one here for 10 years and I loaned it to one of my students yesterday and he walked out here with it.
Dude, I bought a snark. The battery might be dead, but it lasted like 2 weeks.
Oh, well, you got to be sure to turn them off, but this is
every
bugging the
time.
hell out of me.
So every piece of equipment that I get is always faulty. It's a tuner. Brand.
Oh.
It's just a brand.
I was like, English, please.
You feel like you're in a different country right now?
Canada. I'm in fucking Canada.
These guys are gonna go hang out with Kevin. Yep. Go hang out with Kevin Clemens.
I like the older ones because they have a lot more.
Step kids are the exact same age. Like step kids.
A lot more control over my stereo settings.
I know. I got a 17.
Both those things. That one particularly,
Okay.
and the
Now we can fix
2709 and
fix this
5707. They all have
rusty guitar.
graphic EQs and.
How will the tuners on the phone work for apps compared to actual tuners? That's a great question. I don't use a phone app for a tuner ever. That's my personal take on that. I don't think the microphones pick stuff up accurately, and I've used the phone app, and I've used my good old TU2 foot pedal, and they're not the same. But that's not to say that all of them are bad. So that's my take on that. Okay, so you're at C sharp. Classic G string.
Yep. Yeah.
If that's happening to you a lot, I mean, I'm pulling on this thing and I'm getting a lot of stretch out of it. These things, how much have you played this set of strings?
Not a lot. These are pretty new still.
Pretty new?
Yeah.
Okay, so this little trick right here that I'm doing, every time you change strings, do this 10 times on every string. I'm not kidding.
I do it. I bend my strings every time I play,
Okay.
just to warm them up.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter if you play the guitar without warming up the strings, they're gonna go out of tune no matter what you do.
Yeah. They're doing all right,
Did not know that.
but I'm still getting quite a bit of.
Yeah, the G is most important.
That's why I don't bend the
prison.
strings, because I don't feel like warming up my guitar.
Now, one other
In
thing,
prison, use them for tattoo needles.
Yeah, that's what somebody else told me too.
your string action is really high on this guitar.
I thought so.
Yeah. We'll do a little setup on this thing if you don't mind.
I do not mind.
Okay. Because you're working way too hard to play this thing.
For something that's nice, this is I'm gonna round it up to $700. This is a $700 guitar.
How much?
700.
7.
I'll just spend
I'll
another.
round it up.
It was $650, but
In today's world, that is.
yeah, today's world that's like $1,300.
In today's world, that's kind of an expensive guitar.
Yeah.
You know.
It's very strange.
I don't think any guitar should go over 800. Unless it's like signature, then I don't think it should go over 1100.
13 is my cap.
That's about a good cap.
Like, for some of those, I mean, I paid more.
Well, I'm getting a lot of stretch.
There's a guitar that looks exactly like that, but it has a big old fat James Hetfield on it for $2,300.
Well, go in that room right there, and there's a Les Paul. Grab that one. Bring it out here. It's Cherry Burst.
Oh shit! This is the Gibson. This is the real deal. This is probably a $3,000 guitar.
Yeah. I paid $25 for that in 2010.
Jesus. Does it stay in tune?
Yeah. That one's for sale.
Yeah, it's just a cheap Gibson.
Trade straight
Yeah.
across.
Trade straight across, yeah. He said it.
Straight, straight across.
I heard it. I heard it.
Nah, I can live without a Gibson.
What? They're heavy.
This is
You
also like
wouldn't
20
do it?
pounds.
You wouldn't do it.
This is also 20 pounds.
So,
And holding this guitar for an hour and a half. is
worth it.
hard.
They're heavy.
Or that.
This one's got some pretty good.
Because they're sold.
This one weighs a pretty good amount.
It's not Chinese. That's why.
Yeah, but these American people
You
are
ever
like, yeah, this
wondered?
one guitar is going to be $4,200, and we're also not going to we're going to barely paint it, we're going to barely tune it, we're going to barely string it, we're going to barely attach the tuning pegs, we're going to barely put on the tuning knobs, make sure the pots are nice and broken.
Tell me how the Epiphone is any better than.
The only reason why I'm not suing the company is because I blame God.
I blame God.
I'm pretty sure if anybody else picked up that guitar, it would work.
Wow.
Yeah. It's because it means so much to you.
Yeah.
You, Ryan.
It's okay. It's gonna be my baby. It's gonna be my baby either way.
Says,
I paid $650 for this guitar.
rage
but like
and break me on
$1,300.
stage, it says. First concert.
Oh, you got 4 viewers now.
Huh?
You got 4 viewers now.
Okay. That's better. Okay. Let's do this. Let's get a setup on this thing. I know this is not fixing what the problem it's here for, but you are playing this thing. It's frustrating because the string action is.
I like it as low as possible with the least amount of fret buzz, but like a little bit of fret buzz, like the tiniest bit. I like that sound.
It's 8/64 of an inch right now. It should be down around 4. And this is at 6/64, and it should be down around 3.
Okay.
So you're almost twice as high at this point as you need to be.
Maybe
literally.
that's your problem.
No, that's
I mean,
that's
we'll
not the sound
bring it down a
problem.
bit.
Feels like shit though.
So,
Did I say that?
I said I bet it feels like shit though.
like I said,
I know
you're
you
working.
didn't say
You're
that.
working too hard to play this thing.
Oh, that's smart. I
Keep
should
it clean,
really.
make sure there's no scratches.
No, not even that.
You see what I'm doing here? Okay. do that every time. And technically, you should take your take the string tension off of, like loosen all the strings when you do this. But
now doing this, does this mean we're gonna have to re-intonate it?
So yeah.
Okay.
We'll check it. That's usually a pretty quick process.
I appreciate you doing this for me, man.
Oh, dude. It's working musicians come first, dude. That is my policy. Okay.
Yeah. So much.
You see that?
So tall. So tall before.
Yeah.
This is gonna play like a dream now, at least.
This is one of the best tools every guitar player should own, man. Because this will change. I mean, I got guys bringing their guitars in once a year, and I do the same thing, and I'm like, dude, it's amazing how much that'll move. So that's, I didn't really do this in the right order, but I'm going to check the neck relief on this thing too for you, just to, we need to, you need to have this thing set up right. They don't really spend a lot of time on this part of it because every guitar player wants their stuff in a lot of cases different than the other guy. Holy crap. Okay.
That means that it needs to
push down on that string, the low E string.
Just right here?
Yeah. Look how far.
Yeah.
It should be touching this right now. So it's that much higher out in the middle of the neck. So you're working that hard to play a note. Literally, it's twice.
It's fine. Yes.
You're having this. So this thing's going to really
wrap around. It's fine.
Yeah, you're going to be like,
these tiny little hands can play basketball.
Yeah. Man's got he's got Shaq hands. He's fine.
Okay. So this is gonna feel so much better, dude, when you play this.
That's so weird. I never thought that I had big hands.
You really have long ass fingers. I have small hands for a guy.
Are you also a guitar player?
No. I attempted. That's the one instrument I can't play. I can play anything else.
Anything else?
Literally anything. And I can write music for all of it. I just
it's the most complicated.
can't play the fucking
guitar.
A theremin?
I can't get my fingers to wrap that way. I've broken my fingers so many times they don't wrap and play when I tell them to. And I also...
You play like the bass.
The biggest issue, I can't form fucking calluses on my hands.
Yes, you can.
No, I really can't. Like,
Oh,
my hands peel
It's a
overnight.
weird months to get these.
I peel overnight.
Yeah, dude, I do too.
Fresh
Rusty
hands.
guitars. I see the pulling on the strings when tuning. What that? Rusty, that's to stretch the strings because this is, it seems like these are pretty new. You just put these on here, okay? Because he just put these strings on the guitar recently, and they need to gotta play them a lot before they really settle in. So these strings just they still have it's metal and it stretches a lot. You got a lot of metal here, so you got to really give them a good stretch every time. And doing this, and forgive me, I don't have you guys, my camera guys are drunk. Doing this little trick right here, where you pinch the string like this. I don't know how well you guys can see it. I hope you don't mind. I'm teaching a little bit, but doing this with every string, every square inch of this, will get all of the metal stretched really well, and the guitar will usually stand tuned better. Yeah, dude, you've been working way. You're gonna shit when you play this thing again.
Oh, that's what we like to hear.
It should be a 4mm.
Great stuff.
I see a difference there now.
I haven't even moved it yet, so
Maybe
I'm having to.
placebo.
There it goes. Okay, so I'm tightening the truss rod, which will flatten out this center part. It's right now you've got a big bow like this, and I'm flattening it out. So you got a big old dip in the middle here. So we tighten this. Tighten, yeah. My brain.
Dude, I always get confused too. I've never messed with the truss rod. I'm so scared.
This is something you should know how to do.
I I have the concept down.
Yeah.
It all comes down to which way I'm supposed to turn it.
Right. Righty-tighty. Right takes the bend out of the neck, unless it's a fucking Rickenbacker.
Wow.
Yeah. Or okay, so that's
like a
not
skateboard.
how you really feel.
It's like a skateboard and a longboard. You have to put the trucks of a skateboard in the opposite way.
It's I think Padulas do the same thing where.
Wow. I've been a longboard my whole life.
That doesn't seem like that's doing much.
The bushings on the front of the trucks, on the outside of the trucks.
Yeah, because longboards go over things.
Yeah.
There we go. Now it's,
Skateboards go over things.
so this truss rod had there was no tension on it at all.
No?
It was in that loosey-goosey point, so when they put it in at the factory, they probably never touched it.
Wow.
But again, you want your guitar a certain way, I want mine a certain way, he'd want his a certain way, and all these guys that are watching right now want theirs a certain way. So they don't generally spend a lot of time. I mean, and especially given it's an Epiphone, you know, they're not going to do what they would do with a Gibson custom shop.
Yeah.
But I'll put this up against any Les Paul in the world. This thing is going to be, dude, you're going to shit when you play this, like I said.
There you go.
I'm gonna hit your babe again though.
Almost there. Almost.
I could see the bend just gradually pull out of there.
So knowing how many times so I was told by multiple people, like, you can turn it a couple times, that neck will snap. No? You don't think so?
Have you seen how many? I've probably gotten 2 full turns on this, which that's not normal. Now, the next time you have to adjust this, it'll be a 1/16 of an eat.
Oh, okay.
You know, once it's there, it's there.
But
And
it started from 0.
yeah.
Yeah, because it was literally not even touched.
Yeah. Yeah, this
We're
was.
about to step outside real
You were at
quick.
a 0, you needed to be at like a 5.
Still got room to go. Okay, where? Mike, how you doing today?
Good.
Excellent. Boy, the guitars just came in yesterday and today. Good
You got some
grief.
guitars?
I got busy.
What's that?
I said I got busy.
That's awesome. That's great.
I ain't complaining.
If you think of it, call Mike again.
Yes, I will.
That'll help.
Yep, I'll try and get something going here. Okay. All right, where's my snap? Oh, jeez. Okay, so now I've got the neck relief done on this thing. I didn't expect to be doing all this, but so now that I've done all this on this guitar, we're going to have to readjust the string action, because I just took about a 30 thousandths of an inch height. I raised the fingerboard out here in the middle about 30 thousandths of an inch, so we're way too low. The strings are almost touching at the 12th fret.
I actually made a point to do that because I didn't want to weird her out like that.
Right. And that's how it should be.
It's borderline respectful.
It's decent human being standards.
Like what else? Hi. Oh, I'm Ryan.
I can't leave out all of it.
Isaac's
Okay.
different.
No, it's
There's
not.
that.
Well,
Now this.
Especially,
Making her
Not
feel that
okay.
way isn't different.
no, it's
But like,
especially more
Oh, yeah.
complicated because we used to work together to set that down.
wait, didn't
Hey, we're
oh,
friends.
she wasn't.
So check this out. Just that little movement on the where we had the strings out here. Look how much lower the string action is now.
I can see the difference now. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's just straightening out the neck. So usually I do this part first and then adjust the string action. My assumption was that this was correct, and it was not. So we'll change this part now. You're not gonna believe this, man. No, you will. You've played guitars that I've worked on before. I know. Ricky's guitars have been.
This is why we brought it to you. For all your viewers, this is the best.
Oh yeah.
Best guy right here. Bring all your things to him.
Can I shout my band out?
What's that?
Is I gonna shout my band out?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think
we're called Caught Within. We're on Spotify. We have one song. We're coming out with an album soon, probably sometime in November.
Yeah.
You guys had what was the drummer?
Our drummer's name is Jordan Miles.
Jordan, that's right.
He lives out in Spokane right now.
Yeah. I couldn't remember if he was in Spokane or Yakima. I only communicated with him a few times.
Almost brought it back up to standard. The E standard.
Oops. Come on.
Crazy.
Oh. I gotta focus my brain on. There we go. When you tune down this low, sometimes you gotta use the harmonic.
That's actually a smart move. I didn't think to do that.
Yeah, you can even use like.
I gotta tell Devin to do that when he's tuning his bass.
Dude, it's a better way to tune in reality because you're tuning it out in this area. In my humble opinion, I think when you get it in tune, like say at the 7th fret, so that note becomes G sharp, I think, or yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, the note that the 7th.
It's the harmonic that. But if I hit the open string or the harmonic, see it says that C sharp is perfectly in tune now. But if I hit this G sharp,
dude, making music might as well just be like alchemy.
It says it's a little bit.
Howdy, Marshall.
Hey, Jim. Dude, I was working on your guitar. I had an emergency repair come in this morning.
That's a nice burst on that, isn't it? The
Boy.
gray and black. I like that. Nice looking guitar.
Thank you.
Your, if you like, your guitar is hanging on the wall in there, and I've got the new inlays in it.
Oh.
But you'll see what the deal is, and I've got a cure for that, but you'll see that they look a little bit different.
Try to see if you do more stuff.
They're not, absolutely not done yet. Okay. Let's check the intonation on this thing real quick, and we'll give. I mean, this will definitely be set up properly.
So basically, I just got to get better metal pickups.
What's that?
So I got to get better metal pickups when it comes to the wiring. Probably.
Well, for the style of music that you guys play, I would almost recommend that you get active pickups.
Yeah, oh, this is a passive guitar. This doesn't have a battery in it.
Well, you can put the battery in the control cavity. Zach Wild's been doing it since.
I didn't know you could just implant. Oh, I guess
you just put them in there and put the battery in here and put a.
George tried. He can do it.
Yeah, you can put a little case around it that keeps it from bouncing around.
He succeeded. It was just a little clip that the battery, keeps the battery in there, wasn't on there right. But he ended up fixing it.
Alright, so.
Yeah, you turned the whole passive guitar. The passive guitar is just straight wires, right?
Yeah.
Active guitar has a battery in it. He carved a hole into his guitar put a battery in it and managed to hook up active pickups to the guitar.
Yeah, that's Ricky.
This dude made an amp out of an air conditioner, or no, a heater.
That's cool.
He made a cigar box guitar.
Oh yeah.
With I think
4 strings. Or
yeah.
Yeah.
I call it the shovel because it just reminds me of a shovel. Yeah.
Watching the man work his magic.
Mm.
The Marshall Mater.
Hyping up the guitar player from Caught Within on Spotify now.
Yeah. So the Caught Within. You guys have some YouTube videos out also, right?
Yeah, we have a music video for World We Know, which is the only song that's on Spotify.
Right.
We have a bunch of live videos on our Facebook and TikTok.
Yeah. And is it the Caught Within Facebook?
It's called Caught Within Official Band.
Caught Within Official Band.
Yeah, because Caught Within was taken by something else that wasn't even a band. It was just like somebody wanted their name to be Caught Within.
No, I know. Yeah, it was a bakery.
Yeah.
I found it. I was like, hey guys, somebody's stealing your namesake.
Yeah, Ricky's song, Caught Within the Sevenfold. I was like, Caught Within. That sounds like a good band name. Sorry.
We're getting close here, man.
Hell yeah. Ricky just bought a new PA system.
Oh, this is a weird word to stop.
This thing's gonna. Yeah, I had to say thanks for everybody for tuning in today. It's great to see everybody here. I hope everybody's having a really great Thursday. THEFALCRO, what's up? Ruby's looking sexy right now up in my apartment, dude. By the way, Darren Harwood, welcome. Chip. Oh, you bought the Chibson. Yeah, I got you. Oops. I got one. I was gonna work on it today on this stream, but I had a young man bring his guitar in today, and he's a working musician. And so, I had to jump on his guitar because he's got gigs coming up. So we got to get this thing working properly. So, kind of like a car shop who has a race car show up. You got to get it fixed, right? I hope everybody's doing good. Okay, we're sharp. So move this one back. So your intonation at this point was a little bit sharp. After doing the action adjustment, so your chords and stuff, notes are going to sound a lot. Being sharp, it's okay to be a little bit flat on the intonation. Being sharp,
yeah.
Do you know how bad a sharp note sounds? It's bad.
It's almost like overfilling.
Noticeable.
It's almost like overfilling a bucket.
The machine heads on this thing work really great, dude. I don't know if you've...
The what?
The machine heads tuning this thing. Especially now that the neck is all... This is going to be a whole different animal, dude.
No more broken fingers.
Well, you're going to...
2 more hours of practice time at least?
You're going to be able to play twice as fast.
Oh, that's frightening, actually. That's actually frightening.
I can actually sweep it.
I've seen this man... I've
been practicing this pattern.
And it was
practicing this pattern where I hit 3 notes on 3 strings, and I'll go 1 down, keep going up, keep going up.
Okay. Nice and noisy. We like that. So I'm way out of tune with myself somehow here.
Stew tuning.
I got strings tuned incorrectly. So that should be C sharp, right?
Yeah.
We know stereos. We don't.
Oh, C sharp, G sharp.
Oh yeah, I'm in drop C sharp.
There we go. And I'm intonating it for drop C sharp. So do you ever tune this thing up to standard? No, it's always drop.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. That's good. I should have asked that question.
Feedback where it was.
I have other guitars for standard.
Holding in tune a whole lot better.
That was a pretty good plan, though.
Play it. Just so you can feel it, and we'll see if we experience any of the dropouts that you have. But the volume pots are working great, and people. Yeah, dude, it's the classic going to the guitar or the car shop to have your car worked on. Do you mind if people watch you play?
No, I have no problem with that at all.
Okay.
I can actually promote some of the songs that we have.
Right, cool. Make sure that there's no fret buzz anywhere, because I got real aggressive with getting that string action. I'm not hearing any pickup things.
I think this
changing.
might have been just equipment issues.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I mean, but the fact that you brought that thing in today allowed this to happen. You know.
Very, very nice.
So, and I'm sure that feels completely different to you. That's a whole.
It feels flatter.
What's that?
It feels flatter.
Yeah, and just watching you play, it's effortless. I didn't watch you play before, but
He's always this man no warning whatsoever, just knock on his door. He's what? Pajamas? I'm like, play for me now. So he'll just practice all day.
I just need some new pickups, maybe some new pots.
feeling good.
Yeah.
So my assumption, my ruling on this one is that there's something going on.
Yeah.
With the equipment. Now, what you're going to have to do is go back and test it again. Or were you playing through someone else? You were playing through a different amp than what you would normally.
Amp Sims.
What's that?
Amp Sims, but it just sounded weaker on a real amp.
Oh. Okay. When you're doing that, check the fucking noise gauge. Excuse the French. Check the noise gate on those things. I know.
You definitely heard that.
Yeah. Check the noise gate on those, because that will kill you'll be playing and you'll lose sustain. And if it's turned up, which it's easy, if you drag your mouse across it and it gets turned up, you'll lose, it'll cut out. It will. So there's nothing on this. There's no gate or... And now with it all set up like that, it seems like it's staying in tune.
Yeah, heard you play such a high, soft melody before. It's always a...
I gotta watch my mouth. Get your hands.
I'm supposed to act on it. Must have a fucking person this guy now. He's like, hey, you want to go to the music store? Yeah.
Yeah. Have it just turn it just a little bit. I just had to stop all the noise.
Yeah. Watching you play.
I think that the issue again was that you probably had a noise gate turned up too hot. Yeah. And if someone else was playing through that amp sim with active pickups or different pickups even, They may have wanted that noise gate to that's what you understand. What's similar?
A bulldog from Personas.
Okay.
I believe. Whoops. Oh, Briggy's secretly watching. Playing my parts. Is it pig sliding? I know right now.
I saw you call
Just that. See if I can get this guy copyrighted. Huh?
We were trying to talk to each other.
Did you already tell her? Did you already tell her?
No, she's fine.
Damn.
This one's relatively self-entertained.
I see of puppets in the chat. Somebody commented on it.
Focus.
No, somebody. I played Master of Puppets a little bit, and I heard somebody. I saw somebody comment on it.
Oh.
Just play for one of the doctors. See if I get that one.
Oh yeah.
Go through all the
Put them both together.
That was worn out.
Yeah.
I like the thicker picks. I have like a 2mm thick pick.
Oh, yeah.
Might be able to get you that pick.
From the show. The same if I didn't get it.
I know.
And you haven't had it to that thing at all.
No, I pretend like I'm playing the Forbidden Riff, but I still play the Pretender by Foo Fighters. I gotta play it.
I haven't heard it glitch at all.
I guess it might have just been a cable issue.
And it could be, there's a multitude of things it could be. It could be the audio interface. Again, there was an effect that was turned on in it that was causing it, like an auto volume swell or something.
Was Ricky's beard anywhere near you?
When you're playing at
Might be
home,
the issue.
are you usually just playing through an amp like this?
Yeah,
Or
I play through like a half stack.
okay, and what is it?
It's a crate cab with an Ibanez head.
Okay, and have you played through that?
Yeah, it just sounded a little weaker. That's when I found out that it sounded a little weaker.
Well, these pickups, again, that's something else we got to do before I let you get out of here. We'll adjust the pickup height, because the pickups might be not adjusted properly, which can make a huge difference.
I'm willing to
What does that sound like with delay?
Gotta have delay now.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it. Overlay that with some
might
of your
use
other
that.
stuff, and you could definitely make that into something. It's already half a song.
It's like Hail the King a little
I
bit.
think you need
Smoke on the water, fair use.
Huh?
So I'll definitely look into some better pickups.
Yeah.
Here, I don't want to make this pop.
Yeah, that's all right. Don't matter. You ain't hurting anything. That's a big misconception. That's never hurt any amp or speaker ever.
Yeah.
Okay, let me have that thing back real quick.
If I can get the strap over my head without touching it, nope. Here's your pick.
Alright, so
Yeah, you have too much hair for that.
now the next thing, I forgot to do this earlier. I should. Let's get back down here. 18 million people have now seen you play guitar. I'm totally joking.
Yeah, we are called Caught Within on Spotify. We have one song coming out with an album sometime, probably November, maybe sooner. We don't have a deadline yet.
So your neck pickup is actually too high. It's too close to the strings now. So we're gonna lower it because you're having it that close to the strings, your magnet's grabbing the strings. So if you hit a note you want it to hold, which I know you're not doing a lot of letting a note ring, but
usually when I do that, it's the wrong note in the scale.
Right.
So it's like I try to
You hit a bad note and let it ring, right?
Yeah. I'm not very good at improvising. I literally, like, every time I go to Ricky's, I have to have something ready. I have to have something available.
Yeah. I improvise every single time I pick up a guitar.
Dude, I have to like already have something like created to come in.
Oh.
Not like a full song, but like a riff that's already
you
like
have to be halfway
crafted
through
to
it.
the T.
Yeah.
And then we can like we'll come in with a riff, and then like, oh, this riff would sound good, and like, oh, I have like 3 riffs in storage just for this one. Which one do you want to use?
Your bridge pickup was actually a little bit too low, even after lowering the string action. So if you're using this pickup 99.9999999% of the time, that pickup was lower
How
than
often I
it.
use the bridge pickup? I messed up the neck pickup in my ESP guitar, and it doesn't even work anymore. I've never even bothered to.
No, don't even care. Yeah.
But I never really liked the thickness, and some emotional soloing, like over like a really nice ballad song.
I actually switch pickups quite often just because, over all the time I've been playing guitar, I've found that it's really cool once in a while to hear that when I listen to other guitar players, my favorites, you know, and even Dimebag, dude, that neck, I mean, it's and this is not hard to do on a Les Paul.
No.
So
easy to get to. I used to love that. I think literally just that neck pickup breaking, I just grew out of it rather quickly and comfortably.
Yeah, I got you. It's a fun trick to do, though. And if you start messing with it, I mean, like, get, like, serious thinking about doing it while you're practicing songs and stuff, dude, you might be shocked at, like, oh, that's perfect for that one section of the solo. Even if it's just a few seconds.
Yeah.
Man, because it just creates these different levels of, or different layers. That
Preston Smith said he switched pickups a lot. Neck is great for rhythm and tone and chorus. Is that what he said? Chorus?
Are you
cleans, he said. I was reading the chat, sorry.
Are you okay with me pulling this condom off of here?
No, I have no problem with that.
Okay. It's gonna look nice. You're ready. Now you're
ready for this? Is it filming?
I like the color.
Yeah, here we go. The reveal. The pick guard in all its glory.
Oh yeah.
Now you can scratch the pick guard up, which that's what they're made for. 'Cause if you leave these on too long, dude, they
just look horrible.
They look terrible.
That was the 3rd day I got it. It was already looking like that in the plastic. I keep my middle finger on the body to keep my hand secure.
Yep. And you're keeping this thing really nice and clean, which is really great. So, I really don't think there was anything wrong with this guitar, man.
I just need metal pickups.
Yep. I think that you had
or active pickups, you said.
Well, yeah, whatever. Different pickups were being used, and even a different guitar, it's going to have different pickups, so they're going to sound different. And Les Pauls, I mean, while for decades they had they had the loudest pickups in the world. Well,
So if I come in with pickups already ready, like active pickups already available, how much would it cost just to turn this guitar into an active?
The cost of the pickup's going to be, whatever. And I would recommend buying EMGs just because I've used them so many times. They're not cheap.
I've used them before.
But, usually a swap over like that takes a couple hours of time. It can. So you're looking at a couple $100.
Yeah, I figured.
For the labor.
I go, my price range was already up there.
Yeah.
It's something I gotta really look into.
Aside from, with the EMG stuff, aside from soldering the output jack on, that's the only solder joint that's necessary in those. The hardest part, I ain't kidding, you could do it yourself because it's all plug and play.
I've soldered my own pickups on.
He's like, don't tell me I can
do
this at home. I will.
It went horribly wrong when I did it, but I ended up fixing it.
Right. Well,
horribly wrong.
But they're all the pickups, you put them in here, they don't have any wires coming off of them like these. They have these 3-pin things. You plug it in. The only thing you can do wrong is plug it in backwards. And if you do that, you pull the pickup out and reverse it. Yeah, and then they plug into the. Yeah, there's a little circuit board in there that it's mounted to one of the volume controls, and it seems like there's a little a port that you stick to the bottom of it.
Yeah.
Dude, it's like, if you can follow the directions, you can't, it's the only thing you got to solder up, I think, is the output jack, literally. There's like 2 solder joints you got to put, 3. So, still perfectly in tune. Okay, there's that.
I keep reading the chat.
What's that? Oh, Hugh. Hugh, what active pickups would you recommend? Hugh Caldwell lives in Scotland, and and if you, he's a fantastic guitar player, and he's also a guitar tech like myself. He does a lot of the same work that I do, so he's had a lot of experience hearing. He works at a guitar shop, but they like bigger. They carry brands of guitars that we don't. But he'd be somebody that
nobody
might.
needs Gibson in their guitar stores anyway.
Nobody
needs Gibsons in their guitars anyway. In their guitar stores anyway.
Yeah. And also, Preston lives up in Canada.
I've played about 8 Gibsons in my life. Every single one of them I've had a problem with.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, this ain't far from a Gibson.
But this is like an angsty. This is like an angsty teen. It's going to do most of the work for me when it comes to that heaviness. You know what I mean?
I've heard nothing but high accolades for this Epiphone.
I've never owned one. I've never met anybody that owned one, but I've picked every single one up in a guitar store.
Yeah.
And they were all like, They were all like, please buy me.
Please buy me. Yeah, he's not allowed in guitar stores.
Oh, he said EMG 8185. I think I actually had those in this one ASP that I had.
Yep. And that's what the Zach Wild. Just buy the Zach Wild signature EMGs. It's like $300 or something for the set of pickups. It could be less than that, dude.
I argue that it's worth it. That's what I will spend money on.
Yeah. That would be the only thing I would recommend doing to this guitar. Given the fact that I know the style of music that you play.
And they have EMGs that look exactly like those, so it doesn't even have to look out of place.
Yeah, no. They'll look, they'll be black. And they'll have a little EMG logo at the back of them. I think the 81 has a silver EMG on it, and the 85 has a gold color on it. I can't remember. In fact, I had a box here.
Somebody said, what's EMG? Metallica, Black Label Society, probably Pantera.
Yeah. The EMG 8185, let's see. Listen to Ozzy Osbourne's Mama, I'm Coming Home. And those are EMG 8185. Anything that Zach Wild ever recorded is using an 81 and 85. I don't know if Dimebag.
Very melodic.
I think he used Seymour Duncan's.
Yeah, I don't know if they were active.
I have the Seymour Duncans on my ESP. Those are the ones that I have.
EMG is just a brand of pickup.
They just start big good.
Fair, because it's telling you to buy it now.
Oh boy, that's a great question. Okay. I think I need to get on to my other one. So I think our work here is done, dude.
You did an amazing job. I appreciate it.
Yeah, dude. So you're not going to be at the open jam, Mike?
No,
tomorrow?
not today.
Okay.
Or,
Or
yeah,
tonight?
Today.
Okay. Oh no. I might go down there. Play. I got the new Tone Master Pro Fender amp sim, dude. Oh man, I can't wait. I can take it in there, set it on the floor, plug an XLR cable into it, and have that tone. Only be playing through a 5150 if I want. Oh, also, let me do this real quick. I like that you put your strings on very clean.
One more time. We're called Caught Within. We're on Spotify. One song, one album in November.
You're gonna poke your finger on these things.
I've done it. I've just sucked it up and
like
done
a lot,
it.
especially that one.
Yeah.
That one's a good.
Get out of the way of fire.
This is how I do it. And don't ever worry about cutting them too close. I've been doing this, putting strings on my guitars like this for 45 years now.
How old are you?
You should not look
53. And I ain't kidding, dude. I've never had one come out of here. Cut them as close as you can. Because now, if you do get poked, it's not.
I have these locking tuners
Hello.
on my USB.
Hi.
What's happening?
I've got some stuff that I was told to. You guys do consignment. I've got some stuff.
Oh, okay. Excellent. Give me a moment here. Okay.
I can just grab that.
All right.
Nice. Thank you for your help.
Yeah, you bet. So, as far as the work that I've done for you today, we're going to have to get something for it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know where you're at with money right now. We can do a payment later, whatever, but I've got to get something out of it, Michael.
How much would it really? How much would this cost?
$40.
$40.
Can you do that?
I can. Let's see.
If you got nothing today, but we got to get something out of it,
Yeah,
Mike.
I can definitely. What about 20 now, 20 later?
Let's do that.
All right, cool.
That's perfect. Okay.
I appreciate it, man.
Okay, yeah. That's no problem, dude.
And later is gonna have to be on the 5th. That's when I get paid.
On what?
On the 5th.
That's fine.
I'm so funny with my words.
There's that. That's why you couldn't do it, because then you remember it. Then you woke up.
I think I haven't gotten my ass kicked, so my shit talks funny.
Fast.
I'm waiting. I appreciate you letting me stand on this.
Just pay attention now over the next few days so that if you're playing it with fret buzz. And what I recommend, play it unplugged into every single note. Just see, hear, and think.
So, are these just for looks? Like, they added the wood panel and they're like, oh, new Bluetooth speaker, or they really, these are quality?
And that's not even as loud as it should be.
Very nice. I thought what are they? Is that how it goes?
No, it didn't.
kind of where what we were thinking. See, a lot of people come here, I want $300 a piece, or that kind of stuff never happens.
Oh, yeah, no.
And you sit here telling us had 15 birthdays and
Right.
Uh,
And I brought a stamp that these were all on. If you want to just put it on there,
I'm not
put
sure
them on there.
multi-stand.
Yeah. We had all of our guitars lined up on there. Like,
you just sign
you
So you
guys.
don't have any more guitars?
What's
I could probably sell that stand.
Oh, yeah, sure.
It's out.
Yeah, let me grab the stand.
But that's just, I've never ever seen one do that. This is the first time it's ever done that. So I don't know if that transaction went. But I think you're right. Okay. Yeah, just, that's weird. I've never ever seen it do that. It's money out. Yeah, but that's all right. I just want to make sure I don't, I didn't run too
There. Just sit there anywhere. Marshall will help me in a minute when he's going to be in there.
That's what we're saying. We're like,
It ran two. So this is very much. So you're seeing two from the crash there. Let me undo. Now do undo the last one. I've never seen it do that. Your card just went and it didn't ask for a signature or nothing.
and I use my tap today. It just sees my face for a brief second, and now it's all day. Like I walked by a kiosk and said,
Right
"Hey,
on the
look over here."
Most of the cases are not quite so critical.
Yeah. And I'll just put these straps right there. Oh, yeah, perfect. I'll be right away.
So we did the same thing on this, where it doesn't do a receipt or anything. Yeah, I put a piece where it didn't print a receipt.
You did did you like tap the card?
No, it didn't swipe. It didn't ask for a serial or a PIN number or a signature, and it didn't print a receipt, nothing.
Because the card's dead. It would do something. Did it even see the card?
It said approved.
Oh, it said approved?
Yeah, it charged me twice.
And did it, oh, it said approved on the screen, but it,
Yeah.
okay,
And
good.
when I hit okay,
Just one second.
I already.
You know, we could do a settlement for
I
the.
did a reversal on that. It shows that he.
Well, let's do a settlement.
Okay.
And then, yeah, so it says $40, whatever, return 20, so there's $20.
It's loading that.
So we're accepted. It'll print it, and then we'll have a settlement, and I'll put it back for $20. We'll put it with this receipt, $20, right, that's when you know, $20, right?
That's weird, Ryan. I've never seen it do that before.
Get a spot for there anyway, great.
Oh, geez.
Sorry about that, I got that. Piece of the
Most
machine.
inopportune moment. Let's stop. Let's stop trying. Okay, I think that what's going on here is a problem with our machine. It didn't even print that. So we got an issue with this. So that return did go. We should be able to see it. Will I get it immediately or will it take a little?
just need to, my hands are hurting, but I need to write up a list of, just a real rough list of all these different assignments. And I'm gonna get her info on there. I'm just gonna take a quick look at this stuff and that's great. So you're thinking about, what, 25 to 100 a piece?
Yeah,
Whatever I can get.
like this base looks nice. I don't know
Yeah,
if
I'll
that's
probably be
worth
able to get you more out of that. Yeah, I'll be realistic. The stuff that's higher dollar, I will get you more money out.
Yeah, great.
Stuff like the Jasmine isn't very good.
No, I mean, yeah, and we're not.
We need a rough, we need to get her phone number mainly. Got a cheap Jasmine Extreme.
I'll list everything here. If we could just get your contact info on
Yeah.
there.
And I'll put my husband down too.
The nicer it is, the more she wants out of it. We're our judgment. We use our judgment. But like that, you know, that's 25 bucks or something like that, you know. And the same on this wire, so that kind of stuff. But the Ketons, electric, and the acoustic, and the bank, the TV base, we can get a little more out of it. Whatever we want to do.
Yeah, we're not.
She's gonna trust us, and this keyboard is a 3-piece, so.
Who's your husband?
Jason Marvin?
I know Jason Marvin, yeah.
He's my husband.
Okay, that makes good sense. Yeah, we'll treat you right.
Thank you. And
That's for that keyboard.
Oh.
okey-doke. I think that's all you need from me.
Alright.
Can you read that? I was a little
Yeah.
shaky.
This might work,
That's okay.
but
You
we
can
don't
actually
know,
use
so.
my number or his number.
Okay. I'll just put Jason over the top of this.
Perfect.
Well, thank you, and I'll find your homes and get you some money.
Alrighty. Thank you so much, you guys, and we're good.
We're good.
Okay, have a great day.
Yeah. But there is some good stuff here. Some of it is not necessarily like Keton Electric. Like to get past stuff away.
She said 25.
Wire. That's good past stuff in the stand.
Anything vintage in there?
No, not yet. That keyboard don't even write around. That's a free, that was a donation to us. Never free. Yep. This is a, something like a plastic door. It's cheap plastic. Chibson boom bass. Keton Electric, one of those nice electrics. There's no electric, that's where that's at. I guess it's FAM, right, what you got it? Yeah. That is, I told her probably, yeah, she was gonna haul to the dump, you don't even need to write it down.
Not this one either?
No, yeah, it works great, not a junkie. She just wanted it out of her damn house, is basically the way she put it without saying damn house. I've seen, you know, some that went to see them, some that didn't see them, and if it says approved, that was, but I just wanted to make sure it was on the settlement. So I'll pull that settlement, put it in the back, and then we'll just do another one tonight.
It didn't even print the settlement.
It didn't print it?
No.
It's all good, it might print it, but I want to do it again.
Okay, what a day. Holy smokes. All right. Now, let's get back to business. Doesn't my desk look cool? Isn't that just the greatest video you've seen in ages? Good grief. Lord, thanks for being here today, man. Sorry I missed you. It's been a non-stop morning. Welcome to my day. And it happens like this once in a while. I thought I was going to have one thing to work on, and in a moment, blip, things change. But working musicians come first, so we've got to take care of those guys. So let's get back to what the subject of this live stream was. And now something else has come up. My goodness, I probably better off to, yeah, because I've got to go take care of, I've got to go take care of something else now. You guys, I thank you all for tuning in today, and it was kind of an interesting live stream, but I've got to go take care of something else, so I'm going to have to end this stream now. So Preston, Lord, Spike, Richard, thanks for being here. Hugh, great to see you. And let's see, Steve, it was great to see you again. I never see you anymore. I never talk to your uncle anymore either. Yeah, so I hope everybody has a great day. Peace, y'all.